So the chief people officer really, or the people function, is really focused in making sure that we are looking at the employee experience, we are looking at the candidate experience, how we connect with our candidates, how we make sure that we are keeping them looking at Appfire in a unique fashion with a strong culture that is built on really strong core values, and making sure that from the employee experience we are looking at growing our employees, growing our next leadership, bringing a strong culture into the organization that is a living and breathing culture. So that's what the people function does, is making sure that the people who are at the center of the organization are becoming successful, which translates into our customers becoming successful, as well as all the necessary stakeholders becoming successful in their mission. As we grow, we will be bringing in a lot more individuals into the organization, a lot more employees into the organization. And as many of us will be involved in those hiring decisions, I will actually encourage all of you to think about it from, how do we select the individuals that we want to have as our peers, as our colleagues. And I'll encourage you to look at this from a three-pronged approach. Number one, do they have the right IQ? And what I mean by IQ is, do they have the hard skills to do the job that they are coming to Appfire for? The second is I would call as EQ. In other words, the ability to have an entrepreneurial spirit, the ability to be a builder. We may not have answers, we may not have policies, we may not have the best process or technology, but that's what we are looking for them to bring, the EQ, to build the right systems and take us to the next level. And the third and equally important aspect is to make sure that they are having a high level of humility, which means that they are able to treat people as human beings, making sure that there is a good amount of empathy that is not only displayed, but also practiced in how we treat our employees, treat our customers, as well as treat all the other necessary stakeholders. So I'll encourage you to think about it as a three-pronged, legs of a stool, to help us think about how do we recognize these traits to allow for the right talent to be brought into Appfire. We have a wealth of highly talented, brilliant people, and they have been displaying strong humility. What I am seeing, not only the way they are projecting it to me, but also in the way they are looking at how they want to grow the organization or grow the function that they are in. It's a great place that has phenomenal potential, and there is something magical about Appfire. I will say this in full honesty. At every conversation I was having with Appfire, what really turned out to be was the core values was a living and breathing aspect of how Appfire looks at its employees, looks at its vendors and partners, and also very, very importantly, looks at how customers are treated. Be human, number one core value of the organization, was seen and experienced in a very meaningful manner in all my interactions. And that was very, very impressive to me at every stage of my conversation. I have found Appfire to be a hidden gem, and we are looking for all of us to join hands in making sure that we continue to polish this gem and we continue to make this gem known to everybody else that we can spread the word to.